The first light of dawn filtered through the curtains, painting the walls of Sarah's bedroom with a soft golden hue. She blinked away the remnants of sleep, anticipation buzzing beneath her skin like electricity. Today was the day they had been planning for weeks. A hunting trip, deep into the heart of the forest. As Sarah swung her legs out of bed, the worn wooden floorboards creaked beneath her weight, echoing the excitement that thrummed through her veins. She could already smell the rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafting from the kitchen, a comforting scent that promised warmth and energy for the journey ahead. With eager hands, Sarah dressed in her hunting gear, each garment familiar and well-worn from years of use. The soft fabric of her camouflage jacket whispered against her skin as she pulled it on, a shield against the chill of the early morning air. Downstairs, the coffee pot gurgled and steamed, filling the kitchen with its rich, earthy scent. Sarah breathed it in deeply, relishing the warmth that spread through her chest with each inhalation. It was a small comfort, but one that grounded her in the moment, preparing her for the challenges that lay ahead. As she sipped her coffee, Sarah's mind raced with excitement and anticipation. Today would be an adventure unlike any other, a chance to lose herself in the wild beauty of the forest and test her skills against the untamed wilderness. With a sense of purpose burning bright in her chest, she finished her coffee and set out into the dawn, ready to face whatever the day had in store. Outside, the early morning mist hung low, shrouding the world in a veil of mystery as Sarah stepped out onto the porch. She could see Jake and Emily waiting for her at the edge of the driveway, their figures barely discernible in the dim light. Together, they set off down the winding path that led into the heart of the forest, the towering trees looming ominously overhead. The woods seemed to hold their breath as they ventured deeper into its depths, the air thick with anticipation. They were on the cusp of something great, a journey into the unknown that promised adventure and discovery, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them in the wild. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she caught sight of movement through the trees. There, just ahead, a doe and her fawn grazed peacefully in a small clearing, bathed in the soft morning light. For a moment, Sarah was transfixed, captivated by the serene beauty of the scene unfolding before her. Suddenly, the air was split by the sharp crack of gunfire, the sound reverberating through the trees like a thunderclap. Sarah's heart leaped into her throat as she instinctively dropped to the forest floor, seeking cover from the unseen threat. Panic surged within her as she realized that she was the target. With each deafening blast, Sarah felt the walls of the forest closing in around her, trapping her in a deadly game of cat and mouse. She dodged and weaved through the trees, desperate to evade her unseen assailant and make her escape. But as the gunfire grew closer, Sarah knew that she was running out of time. With every passing moment, the hunter drew nearer, their relentless pursuit closing in around her like a tightening noose. With one final burst of speed, Sarah broke free of the dense underbrush and burst into the open, her chest heaving with exertion. But as she stumbled into the clearing, she realized with horror that she was not alone. Standing before her, a figure emerged from the shadows, their face obscured by the darkness of the forest. In their hands, a rifle gleamed menacingly, its barrel trained on her with deadly precision. Sarah's blood ran cold as she stared into the eyes of her would-be assailant, her mind racing with terror. She had walked straight into a trap, and now there was no escape. As Sarah stood frozen in terror, her senses overwhelmed by the looming threat before her, a sudden movement caught her eye. From the edge of the clearing, Jake emerged, his figure a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. With a fierce determination in his eyes, Jake moved swiftly and silently. With a wordless shout, Jake unleashed a volley of gunfire, the deafening blasts echoing through the trees like a rallying cry. The hunter stumbled back, caught off guard by the sudden onslaught, Seizing the opportunity, Sarah sprang into action, her limbs propelled by sheer instinct and adrenaline. With a burst of speed, she darted forward, ducking and weaving through the chaos as she made her escape. With every step, Sarah could feel the hunter's gaze burning into her back, his fury boiling over as he realized that his prey was slipping through his fingers. Finally, with one last burst of speed, Sarah reached the cover of the forest, her heart pounding in her chest as she collapsed against the trunk of a towering oak. Beside her, Jake stood guard, his eyes scanning the clearing for any sign of danger as they caught their breath. In that moment, Sarah knew that she owed her life to her friend's quick thinking and unwavering bravery. Together, they had faced down the darkness that lurked within the forest. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this kind of content.